this. Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome, every. Hello, hello, and welcome, everybody. Come on in. How's everybody doing? Are you ready for tonight? Come on in. Hey, Taryn. How are you guys? Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. So good to see everybody. I am doing well, love. I am doing well. Come on in, everybody. It's so good to see you guys here. The trip, Marianne, was actually cut short because my sister blew her knee out and tore her meniscus, leaving the car show on Saturday at noon, and we drove home at noon. So we were there for 24 hours, and I had dinner in Amelia Island and came home. So I drove 6 hours for dinner in Florida and came back to Georgia. But thank you for asking. Thank you for the #1 gifter badge, Brianna. That's okay. She's doing better now. She's probably got to have surgery, but we'll see. All right, you guys. So we are going to be doing, as I promised, the temperature blanket tutorial. So hey, Sharon, welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Dawn, welcome in. Hey, Aaron, come on in. All right, you guys, just get comfortable. Make sure you have something to drink. Same knee. No, it was not the knee she had surgery on, Sharon. It was actually her good knee, as she likes to call it, the good knee. It was the good knee. Welcome, everybody. If you're new here, go ahead and give us a follow because we do some really nice tutorials twice a month. Hey, Megan. We do business meetings twice a month for subscribers. Hey, Pam, welcome in. Hey, my girl Amanda, how you doing, honey? Thank you for the badge. Gifter badge, #1 gifter badges. All right. Hey, Amanda, how you doing, honey? You've been in prayer. I've been having you in prayer today, love. You are in prayer. Thank you for the tiny dinies. All right, guys, so let's start with a few basics about the temperature blanket in case you're not sure. I know you do, babe. I know. I pray for you every day and my little buddy, too. Let me tell you about a little bit about the temperature blanket. You can kind of pick any year you want to do the temperature blanket in. Hey, Cindy, welcome in, honey. We are out looking for his car. Oh, my God. You guys be careful, please, because there's crazy people in Florida. So the temperature blanket, hey, Lori, welcome, honey, can be done any way you really want it, guys. There's no right or wrong. There's no color scheme that's right or wrong. Thank you for the follow, Tybee. We have a Tybee Island here in Georgia. All right, so here is something I found on the internet. So I decided to kind of curate my blanket after these colors here. And it was a no-brainer because the temperature degrees were already in increments and I liked the color scheme. So you can this guy does need justice. That's where you are. You're in Tybee. We love Tybee. We try to get down there once a year. Love the beach feel and just the feel of everything. I love it down there. My daughter went to school in SCAD down there, so we love Savannah area and the Tybee Island area. So this is the hey, Evelyn. So this is the gorgeous blanket colors that I'm going to use for mine. This is posted on my TikTok if you guys want to follow the same increments of the colors. Okay, so basically when whatever temperatures you're gonna do, because you can change your temperatures if you want, being that this was my first temperature blanket, I figured let me not reinvent the wheel here. Let me just go by some resources I can get my hands easily on. So this was one of them. Yes, this chart is very cool. So I got the chart, right? So then I said, because you can do temperature blankets in many ways. You can do the high temperature, you can do the low temperature. You can do all lows or all highs, or you can take the two and average them for the day and do an average temperature blanket. Now, The pattern I'm going to be doing, someone told me you are looking for me for your drawing. Yes, JJ, I don't know who told you, but yes, you were the winner. You were the winner, love. I need you to PM me it's a good thing you contacted me today because I'm about ready to give it away to somebody else. So JJ, text me or message me your address so I can go on live tonight and order you. Do you want the 22 pin Addy or would you like $75 gift certificate? It's up to you. You let me know. So this right here is what I'm going to do. All right. Like I said, you can do many different ways. You can do, I'm doing 2024. It's a leap year. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do because the blanket actually has 364 squares. You can actually, on the one that I chose, I'm going to do, it's a 2-row granny square. So this is a perfect tutorial, even if you're a beginner and you want to learn how to do a granny square. So what's going to happen here is if you want to do high-low, you can do the center, the low temperature, and the second row, the high temperature. You just have to change color. I'm doing mine all solid. So I have the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days done. These go very fast, my friends. Thank you for the follow, Jamie. This goes very, very fast. So this is an example of what the blanket will sort of look like when I put it together in my colors. Now, remember, there's going to be 364 squares because I'm doing mine 12 by 26. So 12 by, yes, I printed the chart offline. I sure did. In fact, there's a picture of it on my TikTok. You can copy it from there. And I can also put a copy of it up in my Discord as well, Charity. I can put a copy of all this up in the Discord, guys, and my Discord is linked in my bio. So because this is a leap year and I'm only going to have 364 squares and not 365, February 29th, whatever color that is, which I could probably tell you because I have a chart of all the temperatures from January and February. So February 29th is actually going to be this color blue, which is actually my navy color. So navy is going to be the color that I'm going to use to stitch all these together. So the leap year, February 29th, will be the color I use to stitch all these together. So I've got my color chart and my temperature increments. Okay. Hey, how are you, love? Tammy, how are you? So I've got my temperature increments. I've got my colors in front of me, as you can see. My colors are there. And that's what I'm going to use. So I will make sure I put this up in the Discord for y'all so you will have access to it, okay? All right, so that'll be in the Discord. Then what I did is I went and I printed off, and you can see this starts with January 7th, but I've already done 1 through 7. Well, I've done 1 through 11. So I actually kind of took a colored pencil so I know when I get to here, oh, I got to switch my color and I got to go to 34, which is the navy color. So the next square I'm going to do is going to be navy. All right. So you don't have to do this. You can just check your phone every day and see what color. But what we're going to do, so you guys know, every Wednesday morning during Coffee Chat and Crochet is Wednesday morning between 7 and 7:30 right here on this same station. We're going to be working our temperature blankets because within 2 hours we can get a whole week done because they go very quickly. Okay, so you can do high-low. So if I was going to do high-low on this one, the temp, let's say it was 32 degrees, which is, what's this one? 32 degrees, which is the lilac color here in the middle. And then that same day it went up to 50 degrees, which means this would have been peacock. So this would have been 2, but that would have been a whole, okay, I sent message. Thank you, love. Thank you, JJ. So glad you checked in with us, love. We are so glad you checked in with us. That is awesome. And congratulations, by the way. Congratulations, love. All right, so are you guys ready to see how we're going to do this? Is everybody ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. So I have these already done. So this is day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, 10, and 11. So we're going to work on 12. I'm working on 12. You may be starting. So when I go to my chart, so day 12, this is January 12th, the low was 34. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to find 34, which is going to be navy. My navy is right here. Okay. All right, you guys. Hey, Sarah, how are you, love? So the first thing we're going to do, thank you for the follow. So the first thing we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to make a magic circle. So let me show you how I do mine. Thank you for the follow, guys. Thank you so much for all the love and thank you for the follow. So we're going to cross this over just like that. And we're going to come up just like this. Yeah, the chart is cool. I will make sure I put it in the Discord. I'm going to grab this, come up here, and pull through. And there's your magic ring. Thank you, JJ. You're so sweet. And I'm so glad you've been wanting the knitting machine because now you can do some knitting machine stuff with us. Y'all, just to let you know, I did post the peep and egg tutorial is listed in my YouTube, on my YouTube channel right now. So if you go to YouTube, so Gloria Designs on YouTube, you're going to see it. All right, so we're going to chain up 2, 1, 2. This is going to be considered, thank you for the follow, Rasha. This is going to be considered our first double crochet. All right. Now I'm going to do 2 more double crochets. Hey, Joanne, how are you? 1. I am using a size G hook. You can use whatever size you want. I'm trying to keep mine on a smaller level because mine's going to make probably about a twin size blanket. I miss what temper you. I'm using the daily lows. I decided to do the lows because I wanted it. I like the colder weather. Okay. And in Georgia, you know, we don't get too much cold. All right. So we did. So this chain up 3, 2 double crochets. All right. Then I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2. And then I'm going to do another cluster. Hey, from North Carolina. Hey, from Georgia. What part of North Carolina? 1, 2, and 3. This is a granny cluster. When you do 3 double crochets in a row, my friends, we're making a granny cluster. Okay? So that's what we are doing. Then I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to do another cluster of 3 double crochets. So there's 1. Here's 2. And here's 3. So we've got 3 sets of 3. We need 4 sets of 3. So another chain 2. And 3 double crochet. So a double crochet, in case you don't know, is you loop over, you go under, and you pull up, and you loop over again. So you should have 4 strands on your hook. You're going to pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the other 2. That is a double crochet. So it's yarn over, go under and pull up, and yarn over. Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go under and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That is a double crochet. So now that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of double crochet on there, you're going to pull this ring. This is the purpose of the magic circle. It closes it really tight, and you're going to do 2 chains, 1, 2, and then you're going to slip stitch it. It's hard to see with this dark color, but then you're going to slip stitch it just like that, and now you've got a little square. Now what I like to do is I don't like to start in the middle, so I slip stitch to a corner. Lives, not loves. I slip stitch to the corner and I chain 2, and then I do 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and then I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to go back in that same corner with 3 doubles. That's how you form a corner on a granny square. That's how you form a corner on a granny square. So it's yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Thank you for the follow, Lolita. Yarn over, go in here, pull this through and up, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now you've got 3, 2 chain, and 3 all in the same corner. All right, we're not going to chain, we're just going to yarn over and go right into this next one. So we are not chaining going into the next corner. We're just going to do our 3 double crochets. 1, I chained 1, I made about 20. Wow, okay. Thank you for the follow. Thank you guys for all the follows. That's awesome. So there's 3. Again, we're going to chain 2. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to do our double crochets in these corners. And we're going to do 3. So how it works with a granny in the corner, it's a total of 6 double crochet in a corner with 2 chains in between on this particular one. Yarn over, and here's our next corner. So we're going to go in, we're going to pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's all there is to a double crochet. Where's my girl Sarah? She was going to practice this today. Is she practicing? Is Sarah practicing, or is Sarah just watching us now? Chain 2, yarn over, go in, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go back in, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, go in through here, go through the back and pull this and pick it up and come on up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you guys can see, I have too many confusions there. Okay, hold on. So you can see it's starting to form this square. We've got one last corner to do. Okay, so we're not going to chain. We're just going to go right into here. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go into here, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And we're going to repeat this. So we're going to do a cluster of 3 double crochets. Would you please make a tutorial, because you describe it wonderfully, but it's a way for me to see it. Okay. Can you see it? So we've got 3. Now we're going to do 2 chain here in the corner. 1, 2, yarn over. We're going to go through here, and we're going to pick this up and pull it up, yarn over again. Let me get my tensions a little too loose there. Let me get it all a little even. All right, and then we're going to pull through 2. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And we're going to repeat this another 2 times in here. Now, basically it's done, except for when you get to the end, you got to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to find on this one here, we're going to go into this top right here, we're going to go through the V, we're going to grab this, pull it through, and then we're just going to pull it through here, because that is called a slip knot, a slip stitch. That is a slip stitch. So now I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to take this and I'm just going to bring it through, and that's going to secure my yarn. And that is basically what you guys are doing. Now, you're going to make, it's a 2-row granny square. Granted, it looks really little, right? It does. It looks really, really little. But when we put this together, because this blanket's going to be 12, you have to understand, this is going to be 12 of these wide. So when I have 12 of them wide, and I'm also going to use a color to stitch them together, it's going to grow a little bit, okay? So now that you have this done, and we pulled this real tight, right, and we pulled our center in, I'm going to do another one. So this is going to go pretty fast. All right, thank you for the follow. I will do another one in case you just came on. We're probably going to do a few. Thank you for the follows. So now we're going to bury or hide our ends in this. So I'm just going to weave it in. Thank you for the follow, Marissa. So I'm just going to weave these ends in as we go. So we're just going to take our time here. We're going to weave them in. I'm going to go back this way. Thank you for the follow, Inez. Thank you very much. And once I have it weaved in 2 or 3, thank you, Martha, for the follow. Thank you. Once I have it weaved in a couple of times, I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to clip it off. Now, I don't throw my my string away. I kind of save them and I'll use them for stuffing and certain things, just to recycle. Thank you for the follow, Love and Life. Thank you. Thank you very much for all the follows, y'all. It is such a pleasure to have you all here. And I hope the next color we have to do is a little lighter. Let's see. Nope, it's still going to be a blue. It's going to be a 33. It's going to be a blue. But I'm going to skip. Is the dark hard for you guys to see? Thank you, account as country baby. As country baby. Thank you, Sherry. How are you, love? Crow Joe, how are you? So is the dark blue okay or easy for you guys to see, or do I need to switch it to a lighter color for tutorial purposes? Thank you, Shannon, for the follow. Arizona. Okay, I have cousins that live in Arizona. They live near Phoenix. All right, now that that's all wrapped up, and see, it doesn't take long when you do one at a time and you're tucking your ends in. Can we see the picture of the blanket? You sure can. This is what the blanket looks like. This is the color scheme I'm using. You have many in Phoenix. Very cool. This is the color scheme I'm using for my temperature blanket. I'm not using Parfait Chunky yarn. I'm actually using I Love This yarn that are similar to these colors here. So these are the increments I'm following, and this is what the blanket will look like. Maybe not these colors, just in my colors that I'm using, once you put them together. So it's going to be very random. This is just a snippet of it because I couldn't get it all to print. I didn't see a big overall picture of it. It was just a partial picture. But basically, that's it. Basically, that's it. So it's going to be a bunch of these little granny squares. And what I'll do is once I have a whole month done, then I will sew them together. Because I like to go back and forth and in and out and that kind of thing when I sew them together. So I'm doing 2024. This blanket requires 364 of these little squares that we're going to be making it all year long. You can pick any year you want. Like you can do, maybe you have a special grandchild, you want to do the year they were born, or your child, or a relative, or your mom, or your dad, or an aunt, or an uncle, or a friend, or whatever. Got my live sale pack. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Marianne, for saying that. So you guys can really put it together any way you want. This is just one example of a temperature blanket. There are so many out there. This, I'm doing all the low temperatures on mine, but this square that we're doing, you could actually do the high and the low. You could do the low and the high for the day. You could do the low in the middle, the high on the end, or you can do the high in the middle, the low. It just depends on what you want to do. So you can get as creative as you want with it. But like I said, I'm kind of going along one at a time, and I'm crossing off like we just did the 12th. So I actually have to do 2 more, because this temperature blanket is 2 weeks long. So it's going to be 14 squares long, okay, when I do it. I'm so glad you love your gift. So it's going to be 14 squares long, all right? And then what I'll do is when I have a whole month worth, because 2 rows is going to be a month, right? 2 rows is going to be a month, I think. Something like that. Or maybe, is it, no, I'm sorry, it's 12 by 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is pretty, once I get it sewn together, I'm going to kind of give it a little space so we can pretty much see about how long it's going to be when I get it sewn together. All right, give or take. It's going to be pretty long, my friends. It's going to probably be a good, I don't have my tape measure with me, but it's probably going to be a good 3.5 to 4 feet long. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you. So I pretty much, let me telescopic. Let me go up. We're going up. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, it's going to be a pretty good distance. It's going to be pretty nice, actually. I think it's going to be pretty nice. Other than just single rows, yeah, because you know what? I thought this was a pretty versatile pattern, actually, because, let me bring this back up, because you can do this high and low. So you can put, hey Mares, you can put the high and the low temperature on one. All right, I can do an example of a high-low if you guys want to see an example of a high-low. So you can have the high for one day and the low for one day. Each square on this represents one day of the year. Okay, so let's do one with a high-low so we can see some contrast. So let's do 26. So I go back to my chart and I look at the low is 26. So that means I'm going to be using lilac. All right, so here's my lilac. So if you're not familiar with how to do this, we're going to go through it again. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a magic circle. Now this is how I make mine. I like to hold my yarn like this. Then I separate my fingers a little bit and I make this like an X, like that. Then I just turn my hand over like this and I hold it with my thumb. Okay, so this is what it looks like. That's a pen. That's not a crochet hook, Gloria. Can't do much with the pen. Then I take my hook and I go under here. I grab this and I pull it through here. I come up and I go above here, take this and just pull it through the loop I made, like so. And that is your magic circle or your magic ring. That's it. Okay. Then, where is it? Here it is. Okay, hold on. Let me get it straight. Let me get this thing to straighten itself out. Okay. Then I'm going to chain up 2. 1, 2. And now I'm ready to crochet in this center. Okay. This one came out a little bit smaller than I have to adjust it a little bit. There we go. All right, I chain up 2, I yarn over, I come over here, pull it up, and I'm gonna pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's my first 2 considered double crochets. So we're always going to work with clusters of 3 because that's what's considered a granny cluster. Thank you for the follow. That's your granny cluster. Then we are, let me put this down a little bit because I feel like I'm way high up there. All right, now we're going to, thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you so very much. Now we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. And again, we're going to do granny cluster. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to go through here, pick up that yarn, and yarn over. So we have 4 strands on our hook. We're going to pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you just did a double crochet. So it's yarn over. I like to call it dig for gold. Pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarn over, go digging for your gold, pull it up, yarn over, and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so in between each cluster, it's going to be 2 single crochets, yarn over, dig for gold, pull it up, yarn over. You've got 4 on your hook. Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, dig, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. Isn't this beautiful? It's a really pretty periwinkle color. I absolutely love it. Love it. All right, so we need 1 more because there's 2, so we're going to yarn over, dig for gold and pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Chain 2. You guys hear TJ upstairs playing with his papa? Yarn over. My God, they're loud, and I'm downstairs. Yarn over. Hey, you guys are loud! Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Sorry about that. Yarn over, dig for gold, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so now we've got all 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 granny clusters. We're going to pull our magic ring real tight, or as tight as we can. See, and it closes that center. And now we're going to pull through 2. And then we're going to, they're fighting over cards upstairs. TJ's mad because he's obviously losing at Uno. All right. On the very first chain is a chain 3. Yeah, technically it is a chain 3, correct. When you make your ring, I count that 1 as 1 and then I chain up 2 from there. But yes, now I don't like to start in the center for the next row, so I like to slip stitch to a corner. I always like to start my grannies in the corner. I do the same thing on my hexie cardies. I never start in the middle. So I slip stitch to a corner and then I chain up 2. I'm only chaining up 2 actually. I don't chain up 3. I'm only going to chain up 2 and 1, 2. 1. Oh yeah, I was doing the high-low. My bad. Thanks, Deb. Thanks for reminding me. All right, so let's put the high on here now. So what we're going to do is I like to end it in a corner too, so we're going to cut this. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you, Deb Cook. You're the bomb. See, I get caught in my own little world, and that's what happens. All right, so let's yarn over. All right, so that's done. So we're going to obviously have a little bit more to tuck in here because we're doing a color change. So now the high for that day is 58. So I go to my chart and I look for 58, which is going to be Seaside. Oh my gosh, Seaside is so pretty, you guys. Look at this. Let me turn this around. This is Seaside. Seaside is actually ocean, the ocean color. And I love this yarn, but look how pretty this is going to look together. And my yarn just all fell on the floor in front of me, but it's okay. We'll get it in a minute. Got really pretty colors here. Really, really pretty. All right, so we're going to actually come in the corner here. And what I like to do to tie on is I like to leave a little bit of a tail, and I'm just going to put it on my hook like this, come up, and I'm just going to start crocheting with it, and then I'll tie those ends together in a minute and I'll show you how I do it. So I'm going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do my double crochets. Now this obviously is going to give you a lot more color, and it's going to look super cool. I really do believe if you do the high low. Yes, you do that too. Oh my gosh, it is so much easier. All right, so now we're going to, did I do 2? Did I crochet? Did I chain? I don't even know if I chained 2. Hold on, guys. I did. All right, I'm losing track. Hold on. Let me get back. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow, loves. So we're going to do 1, 2, and again, I like to call it yarn over, dig for gold, and bring it up. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're just going to keep repeating this. So we've got 2 clusters of 3 with 2 chain in between. Now I'm going to come over on this side, and where these 2 are, as you can see, I'm actually going to bring this piece around to the back of the periwinkle color. Okay. And I am going to actually tie these together. Hey, Cynthia, how are you, love? I'm going to tie these together. I'm not going to pull too tight, but I am going to give it a double and then a triple knot, and the triple one I'll pull tighter. All right, so now that is tied together in the back, and I will hide those ends. So now I can continue. Oops, it came off. Let me put it back on. All right. So now without chaining, I don't chain on the sides. I only chain in my corners. You have a massive headache? Is it the weather? Are we getting... You better take something, because I know we were supposed to get rain today and it didn't come yet. So I don't know, Cynthia. You could be feeling some weather stuff. All right, so I chain 2. I'm going to go back in here and do another cluster of 3. I just want to make sure. It's hard watching it on camera because I'm not watching it in front of my face. I'm watching you guys. I'm reading comments and crocheting at the same time. I'm actually feeling with my fingers where I need to go. All right, so we're not going to chain. We're going to go to the next corner. We're going to go in here and dig for our gold. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, dig for the gold. It's sprinkling pretty good now. Oh my gosh, where you at? Where you at, Megan? My students told me they were going to watch me today because they wanted to learn how to crochet. I don't know if they're going to watch us or not. Alabama. Okay, so you're right next to me. Thank you for the follows. Thank you all for the follows. You guys are amazing. Come on in and make yourself at home. You're going to love it here. We do a lot of fun stuff. It rained by you this morning, Dolores. Yeah, and you're way up there. The weather has been crazy, you guys. Everybody here is getting sick. Thank you, I Heart Palm Trees. I heart palm trees. All right, we're going to go into this next one. We're going to do the same thing. The weather's giving you whiplash. Yeah, right? It kind of like slaps you in the face. It's hot, it's cold, it's hot, it's cold. It's bipolar weather. Make up your mind, weather. One day you're up, one day you're down. You was going, oh, I'm going too fast for you to learn. I'll slow down. I will. Thank you, Tammy. All right. So now that I'm in a corner, so I did the 3, so I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to do another one, dirty red, so don't you worry. I'm going to chain 2, yarn over. I'm going to dig for my gold and bring it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's a double crochet. So if you're new to crochet, this is a very easy thing to start with. And it's a pretty project when you get done. So I will show you on the next one. I will go real slow on the next one, I promise. So we came to an end. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to count up 3. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to slip stitch this through and pull it. And that's it. And now I'm just going to clip this and I'm going to bring this through. And that's how you close it. And you give it a tug. Now that is what it's going to look like if you do a high-low. A high-low. So you'll have a lot more color if you do both temperatures, but this represents one day of temperature. So when I look on my chart, this is actually February 14th for Athens, Georgia. Yes, Mother Nature does have, I know, isn't it pretty? So if you want to do the high-low, you can. I'm not doing high-low. It's not going to really be any more tucking in, honestly. It's just 2 more strings on each one you have to tuck in. But I'm doing mine solid, as you can see. But this was just to show you what it would look like high-low. This is going to be very pretty if you guys decide to do high-low. It's going to give you a lot more color variation in your blanket. So, like I said, that's up to the creator. You are the creator. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my pattern because this was just our experiment of doing high-low in one. All right, this was our high-low experiment. So we're going to keep that there. And we are going to go back to my chart. So now I'm on day 13 and the low is 33. All right, so I go over here to the chart that is posted on my TikTok page and I look for 33. And again, it's that navy. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Sorry. So I'm going to get my navy. Are we good with the magic ring yet? The magic circle. Why do I feel confused as far as the concept of high-low? High-low is the temperature. The high temperature of the day. Let me show you, Sharon. Hold on. Don't feel confused. High-low. So each day has a high temperature and a low temperature. So for February 7th, the low was 32 and the high was 50. For February 14th, the low was 26 and the high was 58. This is February 14th, which is what? Or January 14th, I'm sorry. January 14th's high-low temperature. So if you're doing a high-low temperature blanket, thank you, Cherokee Peach, for the follow. If you're doing a high-low temperature blanket, you're going to record the high temperature and the low temperature for that day. So the low temperature is this periwinkle 26, and the high for that day is this ocean color. So this is one whole temperature, high and low. That's what the high and low is for when you hear me say high-low. But mine are not, I am just doing all the lows, okay? So I'm on January 13th. It's 33 degrees. I go to my chart. 33 is going to be the navy. So I have my navy. I'm going to link all this in my Discord, y'all. I will put it up in the Discord. And this video will probably be uploaded to my YouTube. And I will also tell you that the knitting machine eggs and the knitting machine peep tutorial. This is the knitting machine peeps. Okay, these were made on the 22-pin knitting machine, and also this egg. Those are in the YouTube channel now. Temp colors are predetermined. I need by a color chart. You can make your own color chart, Deb. You can make your own color chart. I use this color chart, but you can change your, I like the way they have these increments listed out. They're like six or 7 degree difference. So 40, 50, 60, 70, where am I? 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So they're listed in increments of 7 degrees, which I think is pretty cool. The colors you can do any way you want. You can pick any colors you want. I didn't want to reinvent the wheel, so I found this chart. So I'm going by this. You can make your increments any way you want. You can pick any colors you want. There is no right or wrong with a temperature blanket. But for tutorial purposes, I went with something I thought was going to be an easy visual. Does that make sense to you guys? I went with something I thought was an easy visual. Oh, you're very welcome. And this is what mine's going to kind of look like. It's going to be, this is just like if I recorded just the lows or just the highs. If you want to record both, you can actually do what I was referring to as the high-low, which is the 2 colors, the high temperature for the day and the low temperature for the day. Or you can reverse it any way you want. All right. And this, see, I'm waiting for the month to end, and then I print out the temperatures because, you know, I'm going by what the actual temperatures, not the predicted temperatures. So I wait for the month to pass, then I go on and I pull my temperatures. You don't have to print it out off the weather site. You can write them in a journal every day if you wish. It just depends on what you want to do. Just depends on how you want to handle it. All right, so we are going to do the magic circle. You guys ready? Okay. So now I'm going to hold this again. This is the back of my hand. I'm going to spread, kind of like I'm doing the Vulcan salute, you know, from Star Wars. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to make my X on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to roll my hand around and my thumb is going to grab this string. So this is what it looks like when I'm done. I'm going to come under here. I'm going to pull this one through. And I'm going to reach up here and just grab this. And then I'm going to pull it through. And I just made my magic circle. Okay. Now I'm going to chain up 2. 1, 2. That's my first double crochet. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to dig for gold. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to yarn over. So I have 4 on my hook. I'm going to pull through 2. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to pull through 2. I'm going to yarn over, dig for gold, pull it up, yarn over, making sure I have 4 on my hook, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. This is now 1 granny cluster. I need a total of 4. So I'm going to chain 2, yarn over, dig for gold, pull it up, yarn over, 4 on a hook, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 1 double crochet. Go ahead, honey. Go lay down. Love you too. Talk to you tomorrow. Thank you for the follow, A. Torres. Yarn over, dig for gold and pull it up. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We repeat again. Yarn over, dig for that gold and pull it up. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's where I've always got my high-low temps for my location. Yes! Yes, yes. I wait till the month passes so they're accurate. All right, so that's my second cluster of 3 double crochets. I am going to chain 2. I'm going to yarn over, dig for my gold, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, dig for gold, pull it up, yarn over, 4 on the hook, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. One more for another cluster of 3, yarn over, dig for gold, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now I've got 1, 2, 3 clusters. In between each cluster, we chain 2. 1, 2. Yarn. I'm going to pull this a little bit tighter. Just pulling my circle a little smaller. So I'm going to yarn over, dig for gold, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, dig for gold, pull it up, yarn over, 4 on the hook, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, dig for gold, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, now I'm going to close my ring by pulling it super tight. Okay, so it is now closed. Thank you for the follows, everybody. It is now closed. All right, and now I am coming over here, which I know is a little hard to see, but I'm going up here to the 3rd spot. I'm going to just take my hook. I'm not putting anything. I'm not yarning over. I'm just going to take my hook. I'm going to slide it through, and I'm going to pull this up. And I'm just going to slip it through. That's called a slip stitch. Thank you very much, you guys. Dirty Red, did you get that? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to chain 2. Uh-oh, hold on. I don't want to confuse anybody. So on that last cluster, let me put it through again. Hold on. Oh, let me get this right. All right, hold on, guys. On that last cluster, don't forget to chain 2. Like I almost did. You're going to go through here. Thank you for the follow. You're going to go in here. You're going to grab this. You're going to pull it through, and you're going to slip a stitch it. All right, so there you go. You've got your first row. Now, because I'm doing mine solid and not doing high and low. Hey, Sarah, how are you, love? I'm going to just slip stitch 2 this corner, and then I'm going to chain up 2. Now in the corner, what you want to do, that's considered 1 double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, dig for gold and pull it up, yarn over. You should have 4 on your hook. You're going to pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. 1 more like that to complete the cluster of 3 double crochets. Yarn over, dig for gold and pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Chain 2 because you're working in the corner. Corners in any granny is going to be a cluster of 3, however many chains they tell you, and another cluster of 3, all in this same corner space. So we chain 2, we're going to yarn over, dig for that gold, yarn over when you come up, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Process starts again. Yarn over, dig for the gold, find it, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Oh my gosh, you're in Evans, Georgia. You're in Duluth. You're not far from me. Duluth is not far. I am in Athens, love. Yarn over, pull through, or dig for gold and bring it up, yarn over, 4 on the hook, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We have just now completed a corner. So the corner is 3 doubles is a cluster, chain 2, 3. Yes, future lunch date. We'll have to do some meetups, y'all. We'll have to do some meetups. Yarn over, Murrayville. All right. Yarn over, pull through 2. How far is Murrayville from Athens? I have been, let me tell you something. I've lived in Georgia 20 years now, and I have been all over the state of Georgia. I lived in Florida for 37 and never traveled as much as I've seen more of Georgia than I ever saw Florida. I absolutely love Georgia. Love it here. You're from San Antonio, Texas. Whenever I hear that, I think of Tanya Tucker and the San Antonio Stroll. Can you tell I like country music? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. So we are yarning over, going in, coming back up, yarning over, pulling through, and yarning over, digging for that gold. You're in Social Circle? Oh, you're real close. You're real close. Oklahoma. Woo woo. My husband wants me to go to the Cowboy Museum in Oklahoma so bad. When he was out there TDY one year, he just says, you're going to love it. You got to go to the... So one year we're going to take a trip here soon, and we're going to go cross country, and we're going to see a whole bunch of stuff. And one of them is going to be the Cowboy Museum out in Oklahoma. So I hear that's pretty cool. Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, JG Phil, I was just there not that long ago. Well, I was close. I was in Amelia Island, which isn't too far from Jacksonville. How do I get my granny square to say so square? Well, I can tell you, I messed up on this one, so I want to go back and fix it. I think it has to do with the cornering. I think it has to do with the cornering, but I can tell you this. You can also use a squaring board to square your blocks, a blocking board, I should say. It's called a blocking board, and I'll probably will do a blocking board on this. Is that part of your bucket list? Which one? Yes, the Cowboy Museum is absolutely Salem, Oregon. All right, you're way out there. You're on the West Coast time. Our girl Amanda is on the West Coast, right around the corner from me. I lived in Augusta, Georgia for 4 years. Love Augusta. My nephew was the manager at the Guitar Center there in Augusta. Thank you for the follow. Port Charlotte in the house. A lot of Floridians here. I'm actually originally from New Jersey, but I didn't live there long. We moved out of New Jersey when I was 5. So I'm technically a Floridian in my mind. In my mind. All right, I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch this together. Florida is representing in the his house tonight, in the hizzy. In the hizzy. Florida is in the hizzy. Hey, did you find the guy yet? Is Ruben hot? Is he in high pursuit? He's in hot pursuit. Ruben is in hot pursuit. All right, we're going to give this a clip. Ruben is in hot pursuit. No, you're still looking. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys are being safe. So there you go. And then I will take the time and tuck in the ends shortly. But this is, if you want to do the high temperature and the low temperature for the day, you can. Now I know, listen guys, don't get all discouraged thinking, oh my gosh, that's a whole lot of squares. You see how fast they're going, right? Checking all the complexes. He may not even be from that area. Did he have an Orange County, or not Orange County, Volusia? Where are you guys, Volusia? Thank you for the follow, Missy LC. You're in Punta Gorda. All right, Heather. Yes, I know. I adjust your box to Punta Gorda. He had a paper tag. Oh, nice. Thank you for the follow. So guys, this right here is if you do the high-low for one day. So this blanket's going to have 364 squares. Don't let that intimidate you, because what we're going to do, what does each little square measure? That's a very good question. I'm using a size 5 or a size H crochet hook, which I believe is a 5. I'm not sure. Somebody double check me on that. Let me get my tape measures. And this little thing is about 2.5 inches. Mine's about 2.5 inches. So 2.5 times 12 is going to be 24, 36. So my blanket probably, yeah, I know he's a retired cop. I know he'll find it. So, Hayes and Brina. So we've got 2.5 inches. So it's going to be 36 inches long, right? But it's going to be a little bit longer than 36 because I'm probably, when I stitch it together, you're talking about 6 seams. So that's, it's probably going to be about 38 inches long. Wide, I should say wide, which will probably make a nice size blanket. And it's going to be 12 blocks long by 26 high. So 12 times 26 is 364. And because this year I'm choosing to do the temperatures from this year, I am going to do the leap year color as the color that binds them all together. Or I can pick a whole different color for the leap year. Like maybe I can pick black, or maybe I can pick white. I can do anything I want because it's leap year. So that's, but let me show you all, if you just popped on, what I didn't reinvent the wheel here. So there's no right or wrong, again, to temperature blankets. You can do any increments you want, but I chose to follow this chart for the increments. Okay, if you guys want to take a screenshot of it, hold on. Let me see. If you guys want to take a screenshot, let me know. I'll hold it out for you. Hold on, let me telescope a little bit. Or the color of your birth, yes. Oh, I could do it the color of my birthday. Yes, that's a good idea. All right, so if you guys want to take a screenshot, do I need to reverse this, or you guys can see it just fine? Can you see that just fine? You can, if you scroll your messages, or you can get rid of the texting at the bottom by pushing it to the left, I believe. So if you want to take a picture of this, I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I will tell you, I love that they have done this in increments of 7. So February 29th color is the border. That's what I'm going to use if you're doing 2024, but you can do your birth year because all those temperatures are recorded, you guys. You can Google them. They're all recorded. So I'm doing these in increments of 7. I kind of followed this color scheme, but guess what? You can make this any color scheme you want. You can pick any color yarns you want. You just make sure you associate them with a specific temperature increment. Now you can also, I chose to do all low temperatures on my blanket because I like the colder, okay? But you can do both temperatures for the day. You can do both the high and the low temperature. This is what January 14th looks like using this pattern, using this color scheme, okay? This is January 14th. The low is this periwinkle and the high is this ocean. So you can do both high and low. You're working on a striped blanket for your child. That's awesome. I decided to do the granny square because I thought it would go pretty quick. And honestly, I have to tell you, I'm very impressed that it is going pretty quick. So this is what it's going to look like when I'm done. Well, sort of color scheme. Well, yeah, those are pretty much my colors. So depending on the temperature, the low temperatures of the day is going to depend on how this chart falls out. But the reason I like the 7-degree increments, because you can see it kind of is falling like this. And then there's some days when there's 2 together, okay, because the lows that day were pretty much the same. So it's really going to be pretty. I think it's going to be very pretty. I think it really is. How's everybody doing out there? Let me get a gauge. Let me get a temperature. Let me get a temperature gauge of what's going on out there. How we doing, guys? Thank you for the follows. Thank you. How are we doing? We doing good? I really do like the high-low though. The high-low, if you do the low temperature and the high temperature, it's going to give you such great color variation. The only thing is you've just got 2 more strings to tie in on each one. And I personally like to tie as I go. I don't really like to leave my strings till the end. And I think I have a couple here I need to, no, I think I only have one I have to tie in. But keep your color chart handy, because after I get 2 rows of, which will be 24 squares, once I get 2 rows done, I'm going to try to sew the 2 rows together. But make sure you know which end is your start and which end is your finish so you can add on to it. All right, so I am going to tuck in some ends because I like to do as I go. Like I said, I like to tuck in my ends as I go. And that way, people that wait till the end to tuck in ends, you guys, get kind of discouraged. Because I know even when I do, but 360, what? Hold on. How are you keeping track of what days? Okay, so Heather, I went on the weather thing and I Googled Athens, Georgia, January 2024, and then I printed out my chart. These are the actual temperatures here that happened on these days. This is January 2024 for Athens, Georgia. I went and colored my lows just because I had nothing else to do and I was killing time. That's how how do I keep track of it when I sew them together? Well, I know what color it is, so I can look back at the chart and I say, okay, here's January 1st, here's January 2nd, and that's how I know. I can look back at the temperature chart. I can look back at the temperature chart because I know what colors are what. 2 colors, 366 days a year, extra color ends up. No. This is only going to be 364. There's not 366 days in a year. There's 364 days in a year, and on leap year, there's 365. There's 364 days in a year, and on leap year, there's 365. Unless I'm wrong. I don't know. But I'm doing 364. Where did the chart, besides not the weather, but the color chart? This is listed. There are 365 days. Okay, well, we're doing 364. And I guess day 365. Okay, you're right. Okay, so 365 can be my birthday then. So I'm going to do 364 days. And pretend it's not leap year. I'll just keep February 29th out of it then. So I guess I didn't plan for the leap year. I guess I wasn't as smart as I thought I was. That happens because I am a little out there sometimes. This chart is one I found on the internet. I didn't want to reinvent the wheel. So I'm going to do increments of 7. I stand corrected and I thank you all for that. I don't want to lead anybody astray. 1 square for every day. End of the year, you're done. That's right. That could work too. But if you do high-low, you have 2 colors. If you do high-low, I'm still going to make 365 squares or 364 squares or whatever I'm going to make. High-low, this is 1 day. This is the high 1 day and the low 1 day. So each day has a high and each day has a low if you're going to do high-low. If you're going to do high-low. It's up to you guys. There's no, like I said, there's no set right and there's no set wrong. So it's up to however you guys want to make it. But the chart I found on the internet, it is listed in one of my TikTok posts. Oh, about the ends to tuck in? Yeah, no. Got to tuck them ends, man. Got to tuck those ends. It is listed on a TikTok post. I will also put it in my Discord when I get off this video. And I will, hey, Lisa, I am also going to upload this video into the YouTube. And the one for the knitting machine peeps and eggs is in the Discord, is in the YouTube already. And you know me, I like to embellish everything. So this guy's got a little flower on his ear. And My little eggs. This one I did not embellish yet, but somebody won the embellished egg. Do you wait until the end to sew it all together or weekly? Gina Joe, I'm actually going to sew it when I get 24 squares done. Ash Renee, this video for these is in my YouTube channel, which is linked in my Discord, or you can just go to Sew Gloria Designs on YouTube and you should see it. Or you can Google on YouTube knitting machine egg and peep tutorial and it should come up with Sew Gloria Designs. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Hey, Joanne, how you doing, love? You are very welcome, Ash Renee. You are very welcome, love. So I will put this up as well. Does anybody have any questions on the temperature blanket? Anybody have any questions for me? Because I'm going to get off. I'm going to get this video hopefully uploaded. I will put stuff in the Discord for y'all. Hey, Karen, how are you? Thank you, Marianne. You guys are the best. No, you missed it, Taylor. It's going to be uploaded on YouTube, so you'll be able to see it. You are very welcome, Gina Joe. Anytime. It is my pleasure, you guys. It is my pleasure to help with anything I can help with. I did Cash App you. Okay, Sandra. I got you, love. I got you. I will probably get to the peeps. I did a knitting machine tutorial on this. It's in YouTube. My YouTube is Sew Gloria Designs. Or it might just be Sew Gloria. Hold on, I'll let you know for sure. Hold on. It's on the YouTube. I know a few people have seen it. It is linked in my Discord, my YouTube channel. So try that, my friends. Try that. How did I lose my scissors in this furry mess here? Here it is. Here it is. Thank you for all those shares. You guys are awesome. You guys are so awesome. And that's it. It's all tied in. All right, so if you want the knitting machine tutorial for the peeps and the eggs, because you know Easter's right around the corner and these are really cute to make. Super cute. Super cute. And I will post this in the Discord. Hey, Pam. I'm going to post this in the Discord, and I'm also going to post, and I'll post the other picture of what the blanket should look like. Thank you, Taylor. So you guys found it, okay? You found the YouTube? All right, you guys. Listen, you guys have a, I yapped longer than normal. That's okay, love. I'm going to put this up in the YouTube so you can always follow it there, okay? You can always see it there. So I'm going to go ahead and get off. I am going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Now, tomorrow morning, I will be live with Coffee, Chat, and Crochet at sometime between 7 and 7:30. So please look for me right here. And we're going to be working on more of our, I'm going to work on the next couple of weeks of my temperature blanket. So on Coffee, Chat, and Crochet in the morning, we're going to be working on temperature blanket stuff. Okay, so get your temperature blanket stuff together. If you're free in the morning, come hang out with us. And hey, Marissa Johnson, hello, love, welcome. Come hang out with us and do some crocheting, drink some coffee, some good conversation, and we just hopefully the blessings will flow that day for everybody because we're going to stay uplifted, positive, and just share a whole bunch of joy in the morning. All right, you guys, thanks for stopping by. You are much appreciated and loved. Have a great night.